So I asked my young son today what he would like me to draw, and he told me, "Dad, do you draw Gengar?" What's a Gengar? It's a Pokemon. Oh, okay. So this one's for you, little man. So I'll start off with a sphere. Take a quick look at him. You see he's made of pretty simple shapes. Just draw a rough circle. I would use, if you're working pen and paper, just use a pencil. Sketch this all in, because then you can erase it, later on when you're doing, after you use pen. Little triangles for toes. And draw his other leg in. Just gently sketch it in. And there we go. Right, let's move on to his arms. Same kind of thing as his feet, really. A bit of an angle and stroke to imply a bit of movement in his arm. And some triangles for fingers. There we go. And on the other arm. And now onto his horns. Again, just triangles, or actually cones really, to give them a sense that they're sticking out of his head. Sketch them in. And time to put some hair in. More triangles, circles, triangles. Time to put his mouth in his big leering grin. So a big smiley face. Sketch that in. And some teeth. Now time to his eyes. Two lines going down each other because he's angry or evil or something. I don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. He's just either a happy bad guy or a happy good guy. Right, there you go. Right, ready for action. So now I'm going to move on to the pen. If anyone's asking, this software is called Clip Studio Pro. You can get it on tablets and all computers and so forth. It's not very expensive, and it's really, really good at doing this sort of thing. I find myself using it pretty much for everything now. You can do painting with it, you can do inking, drawing, and they're pretty natural. This is a quill kind of pen style, so you get quite a natural kind of leveling off when you use it. Sketching his hair. Crow quill. That's called a crow quill. That's what it's called. Put the extra horn in. And start on the arm. His other leg. Finish off the leg. And there we go. Body. Get some ink on them eyes. Yep. Black them in. Do a bit of a space there because it's for the reflection on his eye. Start its mouth. And finish off his teeth. There we go. Oh. I forgot. I had to draw in a tail. This is a different version. So yeah, I've got a different line version. Is this? No, it's the same kind of thing really. I did two versions, but I can colour this one in. They're pretty much the same anyway. So you can just use any kind of marker or coloured pencil, whatever you want to use really. All digital painters I'm using here. Just kind of looked at the character, and he's got kind of this plum colour. So it's a very red kind of purple. Just colouring in. Be careful, particularly if you're working on paper. Just take your time so you don't run over the lines. Just be careful. On a computer, obviously, you can just erase it. But if you're not working on a computer, as I said, take your time. Don't go nuts. Be careful on those fingers. Go. Just getting onto the leg now. I wanted to keep this whole thing pretty straightforward, nothing too fancy. That would take too long to do. Just drawing, you know, it's meant to be fun. You know, to do. You're sitting down in front of the TV, get out your sketchbook, draw something. Not everything has to be super elaborate and take hours and hours of time. That tail in. And anyone watching this in the comments, do let me know if I've got it right. As I said, I've seen one Pokemon, is it the yellow one? I don't really know much about them. And give him some orange eyes. He has some pictures he's got red eyes, some he's got orange eyes. And I've also just noticed, because it is a slightly different sketch than the last one, the black hasn't been filled in on the eyes, so I'm going to paint that in as well. A little specular highlight for the to the irises. Now we're going to move on to the teeth. There's a bit of grey on here to give the teeth a bit of contrast. It doesn't look so just flat and white. There we go, just kind of around the edges and then on the other side of it to make them look a little bit more interesting. There we go. So the last part we're going to do is just to get a slightly darker shade of purple. You could use a black, pencil for this as well. That would work quite well, and just sort of block in areas to give it more sense of 3Dness to it. You can also use a bit of white pencil to give some highlights as well if you wanted to. As I said, I want to keep this nice and simple. Sort of get a more slightly darker purple, so he's a little bit more to him. There we go. It should just look a little bit more interesting. I hope my boy likes this. He saw another one I did earlier. He thought it was pretty cool. I hope it's pretty cool. I hope you think it's pretty cool and helpful. Because there's any other ones anyone's interested in seeing any cartoon character really, just let me know in the comments below. There we go. I'll do some work on his eyes. Just give him a slight bit of depth under his eyes. Give him a bit of a furrow in his eyebrows, a little bit angrier. A bit more around the other side. Alright, well thank you all for watching. I hope they found that helpful, useful, or fun. Something different for me and something different for you, maybe? I don't know. We'll see you next time anyway. Thanks very much. If you could like and subscribe, I would be very much appreciative. You can follow me on Instagram, ArtStation, various other social media platforms. Thank you. Bye.